I think, well, the communication issue is an excellent bridge and something we need to discuss further later today. But it's an excellent bridge to give the word to my colleague, Guri Ganerod, who's been the leader for Working Group 4, and will give us some ideas about the work that's coming on in the next 6 months.
Okay, thank you. So we're going to kind of change the topic because I've been working behind the scene for the whole time, trying to disseminate what you all produce, and we have produced a hell of a lot of information. So thank you for producing all the city reports. There are still some missing here, which will be made. Now we of course have made the more technical reports, which also are a lot of work and really good. So my thought is, okay, we have done this really good work and they are neat reports, but if nobody knows where the reports are or can get a hold of them, it's not going to be read. So how do we actually make people notice that we have all this information? And one thing that I will push on first up is that we will touch up on, it's been produced I think between 7 and 10 reports since December, and about 5 the last 2 weeks. So there are some bits mistakes I'm aware of. So the ones who are on the net might not be changed, but due to the toolbox. That's the problem we have to talk about. But I will make a printed set, ones which is made for libraries and stuff. So if you know any mistakes, if you want to touch up on your report, give me an email, and we'll have a more proper run through to see for mistakes. So what I've done with the first batch, we had the same thing in Brussels for a year ago. We had the kind of closing of Working Group 1, which we reduced out of sight, out of mind. So the first batch of reports I have put into NGU's library. Of course, this is translated into keywords in Norwegian, but the reports are there. So when we have made kind of the printed versions of these reports, I want you all to put them into the library of your own organization. Also, we talked about the STSM. I'm thinking of, they should also be a complete series with the same kind of coding and look similar, and because there's a lot of information there that should get more attention than it is done today. And I think we should publish them in the cost publication. I see that it's mostly annual reports, but why not put scientific reports in there? German mentioned it might be a date about 8th of April.
I don't know what our access to the cost website will be after the 8th of April.
So it might be a time limit, but we will check. But at least we will show cost how much work we actually did during this 4 years. And of course we have the tool, the website. It's nice, it's full of information, it needs tidying up, it needs more information, yes. But it's not that much visited. So if we can't really rely on the website being the information channel. On the most, we pass 500 visits per month, and I guess I'm at least 10, 15 of those, maybe more. So the people in the room here are quite a lot of the percentage making that up. And we see that for the web page, they usually just go into a front page. They do not go searching in publications, they do not go reading a lot on all the details. So we have to make the website more known, spread the information that it's containing a lot of interesting stuff. We can't rely on actually that being our main information channel. And also you see that the toolbox, this was done from the screen done from Friday I think, And the toolbox is not that much visited through that website. I know it's early stage and we need to promote it more and stuff, but I'm kind of a bit scared that we can't rely on the website being a channel for the toolbox because then not many people are going to use it. You talked about the higher usage, maybe directly, but yeah. So the toolbox is also very nice, full of information, but it needs to be known to be used. So during these days and before that as well, we have gained the collaboration with Accius and of course ITA. I am so bad at these abbreviations. Atomic Association. These are societies that are well known, well established, have been going on for decades. We should nourish this collaboration and spread the word through their channels. So we're thinking about doing newsletters or having information channel through them, contact their media responsible people and have information spread through their sites. Then I think we will gain a lot more visits on the website. Also for the Isocarp, if we can get in there, I think planners will also notice us. I'm not sure how far we've gone in that relationship, but it's certainly something we should work for. And final destination. We decided in Brussels that we're going to apply for final destination. So we have got the money, or at least the acceptance. It's 10,000 euros. It should be done within a year, actually March 2018. And my thought is that this should be, we should chew all the good parts, what we've already done in the reports. We should compromise it, and we should visualize it, and make it really easy to understand for decision makers and those who need to bring this forward. And then we need to make it understandable. It's not going to be for a geologist or a geospecialist. We can't use that language. We need to make it approachable and understandable for the communities, for others who do not have our background. So I like the Rotterdam report. I think that it looks nice. It's the pictures they use, the illustration they use. It's really approachable. And also the language, it's not much, like it's not heavily written text. It's light and easy to understand. So this is kind of the level I want to approach. But I'm not going to be able to do this within a year without the help of you guys. Or else I'm going to be old right here and tired. So, yeah, you got the point. So what's next? Phase 2. Because we all agree on that this is phase 1. We have made a lot of progress. We're not finished. How can we actually get all the stuff out and implement it into cities and communities and planning? So I was thinking, I think that one of the best outreach that we have been able to do, not for very long. We started in Lisbon in half a year ago with the workshops, and Ostrava and Novi Sad at the latest, and Skopje. Maybe I forgot somebody. But it seems to be very fruitful, the interactions during the toolbox workshops, that we're actually able to gather people together, different backgrounds, demonstrating what we want people to learn. So if we could have 4 more years and using our city partners in collaboration with the geoscientists, geospecialists at the surveys or the universities or other affiliations, I think that would be an outreach to actually do some change. And of course, there's a lot of topics that we have not covered. We have reached a certain level of knowledge, we have not implemented it. And there's a lot of gaps we have not filled. And of course, if we can put money on all this information, show how much we would save. Not how much it would cost, but how much it would save a city if they plan and use the subsurface in a good manner. That would just sell it. And of course, Gert was saying yesterday, it was the communication and the visualization of what we have in our mind, how we understand the subsurface, translating to something that is understandable for those who are not used to thinking in a 3-dimension. And of course, the end users. What's the point of knowing all this stuff about geology if nobody's going to use it? So should we try to apply for funding for 4 new years? I'm sure Dermot can tell us how much work it is. But do we want to be try to keep us a community, keep us a network? Do we have enough will in us to actually, questions for you? So, this is for discussion. I'm done.
Thank you. I think you bring up some very important points that we need to talk further on during the discussion. I do also think that it maybe is a good point just to give you the word first, to talk about the future beyond cost, and keep in mind those points that Guri just mentioned. Probably we will add on more, and we just need to discuss them further. So, the floor is yours.
You may have a question, Susie.
It was not a question, it was just one more thing that I think you follow up on. The technical gaps could also be an issue, and what we have achieved here. There must be progress as well, and can be progress that could be of interest to have in this bullet. There's going to be a big progress on the technical stuff the coming years.
Absolutely. So there's a lot of things to grab onto.
Yeah.
Follow up.
While he's talking now, can I just also put in a point? I just thought about maybe it would be also valuable on a more general level to collect some lessons learned and give them back to the cost actions, like saying, for example, like what I say, like you were talking about the newsletter. I also said question of the newsletter last year. Maybe it is something which you should actually have set up in the beginning. Then now it would be an already running thing that could just run on. So maybe there's ideas which now come up, or things that people see could have been done differently, or what was the good things, and I think that would be quite a valuable information just to feed back to the funding organization. Kind of a side issue.